Hey guys, we're in Charleston filming today, and we are at a cemetery, and we have found something really interesting Kelly wants you guys to see, and we're going to do a video just on that. Kelly, let's tell a little bit about this and why it's so interesting with the keep out sign.
This is the White Mausoleum, and this is something that we never get a chance to see. And the reason they say keep out is we want to keep out. In the mausoleums, you see different kinds, and sometimes you'll see where the bodies lay in drawers to the side.
Right.
And sometimes you'll see them where they're in the middle. And they also, in modern days, usually they'll keep them, even though they can't actually put the bodies inside, because bodies are bigger now than they were when the mausoleums were built in the late 1800s. People were smaller then. So now they use those old mausoleums as a cremation niche. But in certain parts of the country, they also used to bury them underneath the mausoleum. And here is a great example of where they did that. And you'll see here, and I know this is going to be echoey, but you see where they actually had room to place the caskets underneath the mausoleum.
Wow. Now, it looks like they removed the bodies from this one.
They would have removed the bodies. They're not going to.
You think they just reburied them somewhere, or what?
Either they removed them, or the remains were so small that they just put them in the big mausoleum at the beginning while they're making repairs on this.
Yeah.
So that they can put them back in here. There's water at the bottom that has settled because we're in the low country, so water got into here and caused some kind of damage.
Yeah, and you can see, I mean, this is how close we are to swamps. And again, we're in Charleston. This is at the Magnolia Cemetery.
So what they'll do is they'll replace the remains in there once it's safe and the structure is sound, and they'll put them back in here, and then they'll replace whatever happened with the door. Looks like the stained glass is already out of the opposite side there.
Yeah.
And then they'll replace the door and put the remains back in, but it looks like they'll have to put them in closer to the top because water's been getting into the bottom.
Is the water caused the damage, and is that what's causing all the breaking of the
cracking and everything?
I almost want to call it shelves.
It is shelves, but you see they had the shelf that went across the top.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's hard to tell what would have broken first.
Okay.
But even along the sides, I mean, you just see the weather has taken away.
So they're just rehabbing it, I guess.
They would have to, or it's going to be too dangerous.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us. We're going to do some more little tours like this around here. They've got some really famous people.
Famous people and people who deserve to be remembered. So we're going to take a look around and see what we can find.
We've got a very famous one. We're going to go there right now. Click follow on us if you guys are not already following us, so you get to see what we're going to film next. And you don't want to miss that, I promise.